Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, I don't have a lot today. I promise you I don't have a lot. But I do want to say thank you to some people. I want to start off by saying, Stephanie, thank you so much. I think that I missed your name the other day, and that was not my intention, and I just wanted to take time out to say thank you so much. Thank you. And then I want to say thank you to B Money, V, and Natalie. Thank you guys so much for helping with the Library Pantry. Y'all know I can't do it without y'all. And then I want to say thank you so much to Kenny. Kenny, I got your note, and we're going to make it. We're going to make it. I immediately went over to get a copy of that guide, the Exit the U.S. guide by, I think her name is Pamela. I forget what her last name is, but she only had it available in PDF form. And that was $9. At first, I thought it went all the way down to $9. And I was like, because it was $25 last time I checked. I said, let me double, read the fine print. And I did. And I thank God that I did, because it was in PDF form. And I don't want it in that form. I want it in a book. This is my bill book. Excuse this. But I want it in a book form where I can, highlight the important parts and go over it, use it as a study guide. Like I said, I'm waiting for Miss Ma'am to say something, well, not anymore, I guess, because now you made a decision for me, I'm going to get it. But I was waiting for Miss Ma'am to just say something that I didn't know. And she's not really saying anything that I don't know right now. And I definitely know that, it's really hard to get into Canada right now. You can get in there on a, U.S. citizens. We can go in there on a visitor's visa for 6 months, and we can possibly get that extended. Most of the time they do extend it, which is what I'm finding out. But anyway, enough of that. As soon as she restocks the physical books, I'll get it and I'll show you guys. Anyway, listen. What I want to talk about today is, yesterday we talked a little bit about going no contact. And I talked about going no contact. And I want you all to know that going no contact is not always the answer. But there's a step, a very important step, and that I want to bring up. And I bring this step up because recently, I had to deal with this too. Because let me tell you, I am really good. What I am really good at is when people, I don't reach for people who don't reach for me anymore. That's what I'm trying to say here. When people start treating me like I'm an afterthought, I scram, I get lost. I do. Sometimes people can get real comfortable in their relationship with you. And all relationships are, double-sided. It doesn't matter if it's between a parent and a child, between siblings, between cousins, between spouses, between besties, between neighbors, between coworkers. And when someone is constantly taking advantage of the other person, meaning they're only calling when they need something. Y'all know them people. They only calling us when they need something. Or they only calling us when they're having a hard moment and they want to take our energy. They want to, because we tend to be energetic. They see that we do a lot of things. I come to you like this at the beginning of the day. I'm real comfortable. I sit down. I have a cup of coffee. And you'd be surprised at how many people think that this is the gist of my day. Despite the fact that I've posted furniture that I have rehabbed so that you can see the level on which I can do that. I post these great dishes. It takes time to churn out dishes like that. I post my garden. It takes time to cultivate a garden. I go and I help out on my communities. Y'all see when I go back and forth doing that. Not just with the Library Pantry outside of my own house, but I go to our central pantry and I help out a lot. I help out at our daycare, our local neighborhood daycare. I really try to be the change that I want to see, and I really try to walk the talk, and you would be surprised. And then when I have time for myself, this is the way I want to be. I'm chilled. I'm kind of relaxed, and I use that time to read a book. And people, when they see that you have that level of energy, they want to take from you. You know, they want to take from you. And they feel like they should be able to empty your cup while their cup remains full. And that's a one-sided relationship. And, you know, and we getting too old for one-sided relationships, are we not? Yeah, we are. And so sometimes it may not necessarily, while it may not necessarily be necessary to go no contact, it may be necessary to make what I call an impact statement. You know, take a step back and let that other person experience life without you for a while, when they can no longer pour from your cup because you're pouring from your own cup, because you need what's in your own cup. You know, I need all of this goodness. Some days are 2-cup days, and I have nothing to spare, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if the only person that can benefit from your cup is you. It's okay. It's okay to give yourself what you need. You know, I had a friend, an acquaintance, and I made a mistake of giving this person my phone number, and it didn't matter what I said. I would tell them, you know, I'm an introvert. You know, I don't talk to my kids every day. I don't need to talk to anybody every single day. There's nobody on the planet I want to talk to every single day, my husband included. I don't want to talk to nobody every day. And no matter how many times I said this person just couldn't grasp this. They just kept pushing that boundary. I set the boundary and they just kept pushing it, and they kept pushing it. Well, this one particular time, I guess they were in some kind of crisis. And I get that, you know, someone who's been in therapy a long time. I understand what mental health crises looks like. I've been in those crises before. And I'm very sympathetic to that. I am. Don't get me wrong. And I know this is going to sound fucked up, but I'm not trying to be fucked up. I guess they were having some kind of crises. Now, this is a person who is married, a person who has a best friend, and a person who, unlike myself, has a very strong, for all intents and purposes, family dynamic, you know, with enough family members that they have someone to turn to. But for some reason, this person needed my energy. And so when I didn't pick up the phone, this person literally chastised me. I needed you. I needed you. And you weren't there. Now, I was doing everything that I could for this person, but as an introvert, my social battery drains very quickly. It does. And when my social battery drains, I know that I need to step back. I need to recharge, because I know that when I'm empty, I can't give nobody nothing, myself included. And so I break. I shut down. I go into crises. I have learned to put on my own oxygen mask first. And that's okay. That's okay. Don't let people manipulate you or mentally, emotionally abuse you to believe that you are their only answer. And unless you are picking up the phone, unless you are emptying your pockets, unless you are listening to them cry for 3 hours on the phone about what this man has done to them now, unless every time these are energy vampires. Every time you look up, they got a crisis. It's something. They can't just never have smooth waters. It's always rough waters for them. It is okay for you to step back from these people and to let them navigate their own waters. It's okay. They gonna be okay. They gonna be okay. Your job in life is not to be Captain Save-A-Hole. For your kids, for your spouse, for your best friend, for all of these broken people who can't seem to find their way through. And let me tell you, sometimes stepping back away from these people is the best thing that you can do for them. Because when they don't have you to lean on, when they don't have you to figure out their shit, guess what they got to do? Yep, they got to figure out their own shit. Absolutely. And I know sometimes it may be hard to watch your kids struggle. Sometimes it may be hard to watch your man struggle. Sometimes it may be hard to watch your best friend struggle. But sometimes they need to struggle because they ain't never learned how to figure out how to get through those struggles, because there's always someone like you standing in the way of them learning them lessons that they need to be learning in order to figure their way through through these struggles. So when a struggle pop up, they don't know how to figure it out for themselves. Only thing they know how to do is run to you and drain from your cup. And then I also want to talk about the people again that treat you like an afterthought, treat you like an inanimate object, only sit you on the shelf when they have no use for you, and then want to pull you down off the shelf and play with you, for lack of a better word, whenever they got the time for you. It's okay to walk away from them too. It's okay for them to see what life is like without you too. And sometimes, you got to take a break from a person for a few days. Sometimes it's a few weeks. Sometimes it's a few months. Sometimes it's a few years. And sometimes you might have to go no contact. Because in between that time, if you don't give yourself time, you'll never realize that. But in between that time, you will realize how much better your life will improve when you don't have this energy vampire sucking you dry every time you turn around. Don't let people use you. Don't let people abuse you. Don't let people manipulate you. You matter too in the relationship. You know what I did recently? Well, it wasn't recently, but it was last year, but that's recent enough. You heard that we had this Hurricane Helene here in South Carolina. Nobody in the United States, the continental United States, didn't know that the Carolinas suffered a devastating hurricane last year. Every single solitary person that called themselves my friend and or my good acquaintance, that didn't reach out and check on me, I got rid of. Every single last person. I didn't call. I didn't make no announcements on the phone. I just blocked and deleted. Speaking of block and delete, my girlfriends once upon a time used to have this running joke with me, because I used to change my phone number a lot. I said, why every time I turn around, you got a new phone number? My girlfriend V used to say that to me all the time. Every time I turn around, you got a new phone number. And this was before, block, you could block people, which is a lot more economical and a lot less of a pain in the butt. But I'm trying to tell you, when people are not treating me well, I am the queen of walking away. I know when to fold them. I know when to hold them. I definitely know when to walk away. I definitely know when to run. And you cannot let your fear of being alone stand in your way of honoring yourself. Love and honor yourself. And being in relationships with people who manipulate you, abuse you, use you, is not honoring yourself. Baby, it's not. And it doesn't matter who's on the other end of that relationship. It can be our own child. Sometimes we got to take a step away from them until they know how to act, until they learn how to self-correct. It can be a parent. It can be a sibling. But you matter too. And that's all I wanted to tell you today. You matter too. You ain't even got to explain yourself. Just walk away. Just walk away. If you're not being treated with dignity and respect, just walk away. That is all that I have for today. If you would like to support this platform or donate to the wonderful Library Pantry, I will leave my Cash App and my Venmo down in the comments. Y'all have a good day. Have a righteous day. Do something nice for someone today. Don't be a part of making somebody else's day harder than it has to be. And don't project your bullshit on other people today because you don't know how to navigate your own rough waters. Every day is another day, another opportunity to be better than we were the day before. Y'all have a good one.